Yo and hello everybody, Mike here, baseball collector. It's Saturday morning. I got my coffee. I am ready to do the next iteration of rummaging through the beast. We left off last time in the middle of 1983 Topps, so we're going to pick up right there. And these are just some of my favorite videos to do, and love just showing off cards and just looking through them and remembering what I have. It's always fun. And so let's just get right into it. We've got this 1983 Topps, which is where we're going to be for a little while here. Here's the Cal Ripken Jr. Mint 9. Love that card. Great second year Ripken. There's the Ricky Henderson, and also in a Mint 9. Rod Carew and a Gem Mint 10. Probably have a few Gem Mint 10s in here, but not like tons and tons of them. And then in front of that, I'll just show you the Rod Carew Super Veteran card. 67 with the Twins, 83 with the Angels. Love it. Next up, we got Hall of Fame manager Tony La Russa. I love the way his hat looks on this picture. You're just like, did he just like wake up and get out of bed? That's what it looks like. He's just like, kind of, or he had a fun night the night before. Here is the pitching leaders and batting leaders for the Phillies. Pictured here is Steve Carlton as the ERA leader. And this is only a near mint 7, so you're going to see that some on some of the cards that are just kind of leaders kind of things. There's the Fergie Jenkins in a near mint to mint 8. So for 83, 8s would be just considered basic collector grade. And there's the Dennis Eckersley, the Eck. I loved 83 Topps. I think it's a great design. Topps did really well with 83. There's the Robin Yount in a 9. A lot of these are lighthouse holders, so that's cool. There's a Nolan in a 9. You got the Nolan Super Veteran card. I think this is an interesting card because it shows him in 66, which is actually when he did pitch his first game with the Mets, but we all know his rookie card is 80 or 68 Topps. So it's interesting they have him pictured here and put 1980 or 1966. So there's that. Very cool card. Two cool cards, Nolan. Gary Carter. Cool action shot. I love just the combo of kind of, usually they'll use an action shot and then a portrait for the inset picture. So it's rare that you see, it's not portrait, it's just portrait action shot. I love the 83 Topps All-Star design. Again, just reminds me of being a kid. So here come a few of those. We've got right here Carlton Fisk, Mike Schmidt, Gary Carter, Steve Carlton. So those are the All-Star cards that I have. Here's one of the big rookies in 83. There's several of them, but there's the Gwynn. This is a 8. I mean, it's, God, you know, definitely not perfect. It's way off center, actually. So I'm looking to maybe upgrade this card at some point. Try to get a 9. So we're going to venture all the way into 84 Topps today, which will be fun. Here's the Jim Palmer. Look how tan he looks, or sunburn or something down in that inset picture. So you got the Jim Palmer regular card and then his Super Veteran. All with the Orioles, 65 to 83. He pitched a long time. Another one of the big rookies in 83. And again, I've got a pretty off-center version here of the 83 Topps Wade Boggs. The next few are interesting because I only have the super veteran card. I don't have the base card of these players yet. First one here is Reggie, 67 to 83. Corey Yastrzemski, Red Sox to Red Sox. Sorry, let me turn off my phone so it quits pinging. I got like 4 in a row. There's Seaver, maybe more. Golly, Seaver in a 9. Super veteran. Joe Morgan in an 8. Lots of guys that just played a really long time back then. Here's got some leader cards now. We've got the victory leaders showing Steve Carlton. That's a Gem Mint 10. It's cool. There's the leading fireman, which again back then was just the saves leaders essentially. Mint 9 for Suter. And Dan Quisenberry. Here's the Tony Perez super veteran, Mint 9. So that's it for regular base 83 Topps. Then I've got one of the best cards of 83 Topps traded, which is the Darryl Strawberry XRC. Loved Darryl Strawberry. He was the first player that I player collected. Back in the day, so to speak. Gotta sound like an old man. Back in the day. But I have tons and tons of Darryl Strawberry cards, thousands and thousands of them. And back then, there was no eBay, so you had to find cards at shows and shops and stuff. And so I have a lot of weird stuff, but I could find a lot more now if I decided to collect Darryl Strawberry. I need to take a sip of coffee, so hang on. Good coffee. Okay, here we go with one of my favorite designs from the 80s, and that's the 84 Donruss. And I am slowly, very slowly actually, trying to accumulate all of the Hall of Famers in 84 Donruss, and there's quite a few of them. But just a beautiful card design. There's the Reggie. How about a Nolan? Tom Seaver. Wade Boggs. Not a Hall of Famer, but one of the most popular cards of the 80s. Kind of launched the whole rookie card, craze, really, was this Don Mattingly card from 84 Donruss. Really all the Don Mattinglys, but the Donruss was particularly popular. And it's also part of the 2 sets. It's part of the top 300 by Mike Payne. It's also part of it's number 2, I think, in the 1980, top 80 cards of the 80s. So I have this one in a 9 OC. I'm wondering where it's OC. Let me turn it around. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look that OC. And the back looks reasonable. So I don't know why that has the qualifier. It's really not that bad, but I don't know. Again, PSA didn't ask me. So there's the Rod Carew 84 Donruss. Actually love 84 Fleer too. Again, this is I'd started in 81, so these mid 80s cards are all just things that I really loved and collected tremendously, bought packs of, and all sorts of stuff. So here's 84 Fleer Ryan. There is a Carl Yastrzemski. That's actually Yaz's last card. Is 84 Fleer. Same with Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench getting interviewed. I love the old school ESPN Mike, the guy's holding. I wish I could figure out who that announcer is that's interviewing him. All right, here we go with one of the most sought after sets in 84 was the 84 Fleer update. It had some major rookies in it. One of them was the XRC of Roger Clemens. XRC stands for kind of extended rookie card. So if you would think today, like a first Bowman card of a player would be kind of their XRC, and then their kind of flagship tops, and the year that they start having regular tops cards would be kind of their rookie card. But guys have cards issued prior to their quote-unquote official rookie card. Those are called XRCs, extended rookie cards, or at least they were back in the day. I still call them that. So I only have the Clemens in a 7. This card in high grade, is stupid expensive. The Doc I have in an 8. Shout out to Eric. Those back pages. And then the Puckett is another huge card in that set. I have it in a 7 as well. Again, 8s, 9s, 10s, forget about it. All really, really expensive. So I just wanted an example of the card, and I got one. So there you go. Now we're on to 84 Tops, which is another great design, a great year. Actually, sorry, I lied. First 84 O-Pee-Chee. There's the Nolan Ryan in the O-Pee-Chee. Again, same design as Tops. It just says O-Pee-Chee, and the back is partly in French. That's kind of the difference between Tops and O-Pee-Chee. There is, now we'll start doing some, which is ironic. I wonder if I have, I'm sure I have the regular Nolan Ryan. We'll get to it eventually. There's the Paul Molitor. So it kind of mimics the 83 design. You got an action shot as the main picture and an inset picture. So Topps wasn't exactly creative in terms of expanding their designs, but it is what it is. There's a leaders card picturing 2 Hall of Famers. You got the strikeout leaders with Steve Carlton and Jack Morris. So this would be considered Darryl Strawberry's rookie card, 84 Topps. Again, is 83 Topps traded, XRC, 84 Topps, his rookie card. This is part of the top 80 cards of the 80s. And just a cool baseball card. There's Bobby Cox, Hall of Fame manager, but when he was managing with the Blue Jays. There's a lot of sideways cards in 84 as well, just like there is in 83. So I'll be doing this a lot, holding these cards like this. There's the White Sox batting and pitching leaders. Carlton Fisk pictured there. There's the Ricky and a Mint 9. Sparky Anderson, Hall of Fame manager. Tim Rock Raines. And the old Expos uniforms, love them. 84 has a ton of Hall of Famers in All-Star cards, which is just fine with me because I absolutely love the way these look. In fact, in 2019 Topps, 84 Topps is kind of there because it's 35 years or whatever, and so there's a lot of cards that have this 84 Topps All-Star design along with the regular 84 Topps in 2019 Topps, so you can get nostalgic that way. These are great. I mean, I just love the design. I don't know why, I just do. There's the Schmidt, the Ozzie, the Hawk. These don't have to cost you a lot of money either. There's the Carter. These aren't terribly expensive, which is what's great about them. I mean, if you grew up in that era and these are nostalgic for you, it doesn't have to cost you an arm and a leg. So let me show you what I'm talking about, or I'll show you in a second because I've got a card here that I got in the mail that I can show. Actually, that's right in front of me. So Steve Carlton, there's the Ripken. I told you there's a lot of Hall of Famers that were All-Stars. few more even. It's like the whole All-Star team was future Hall of Famers, which pretty darn cool. There's the Jim Rice. Dave Winfield All-Star. There's the Orioles batting leaders and pitching leaders, and you've got, that's a Jim Mint 10 too, pretty cool. There's the Cal Ripken shown on there. There is the regular Nolan Ryan. Looks just like the O-Pee-Chee, pretty much. So, again, I was talking about 2019 Topps paying homage to the 84 Topps. Here is a card that I got in the mail the other day. It's a Pudge Rodriguez card. It's one of their 84 autographs, and you can see the little 35th anniversary stamp up on the top right. This happens to be an autograph card. There are regular cards like this too, and a bunch of cool looking parallels. There's relic cards in the 84 Topps design, which is also super neat. But you can just see how cool that looks, paying homage to that. So there's just another mail day card right there. Bam. My 101st Ivan Rodriguez autograph. Okay, Nolan, you're going away because you're making way for Lee Smith. I'm sorry, that's Fergie Jenkins. It looked like Lee Smith for a second. There's Fergie Jenkins, Mint 9. Alan Trammell. Jim Rice. Carlton Fisk. Love that old White Sox helmet. Second year, Ryan Sandberg. There's Tommy Lasorda. Lasorda was just at the Rangers. Was at the ballpark for the Adrian Beltre retirement ceremony for his number, when they retired Adrian Beltre's number. And man, it's looking hard. I mean, he's just looking like he's having a hard time getting around. He spoke a little bit, but he was very influential in getting Beltre to the majors and keeping Beltre in the majors. So that's it's cool to hear those stories from Tommy Lasorda. All right, now I'm going to do it. There's a subset also in 84 Topps, that shows kind of the all-time leaders for different statistical categories, both hitting and pitching. And so here you've got the NL hit list. So they did them for both the NL and the AL, I think mainly just to fill up the set, really. But here is the hit leaders. You see Pete Rose there, of course, leading, and then Tony Perez pictured there. Let's see how fast I can do these. There's the home run leaders for the National League. You've got Perez and Schmidt, and then Dave Kingman. And the back of these shows, it's kind of neat. So you've got, I'll pull this even closer, the National League active leaders, but it doesn't, differentiate between whether, because it says even down there, played in both the NL and the AL. There we go, a little bit better focus. And then over on the right is the Major League career leaders. So you got Aaron and Ruth and Mays. Back then, I had all those memorized. Like, that didn't change. I mean, notice it's all old school guys. And until Reggie got in there and started breaking into that kind of, the top 10, 12 guys. That was the home run leaders from like 75 until the mid 80s when Reggie started getting in there. There is stolen base leaders, active stolen base leaders, Joe Morgan. Two more cards, guys. Career strikeout leaders. Notice that Carlton was ahead of Ryan, which is fascinating, and Tom Seaver. I mean, what a great card that is, and shows three amazing players with amazing careers. And the last card for today is the ERA leaders for the National League active. You know, got Seaver, Carlton, and Steve Rogers for the Expos. So there you go, guys. That is the Rummage for today. Do another one in the next week or two and keep moving through the 80s here. Finish up with 84 and then move on 85, 86. So thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. Hope you all have a great weekend and keep collecting.